Gonna ball tonight. Yeah. This is Clay Nelson, Life Balance Hour, and we're talking about change and change that goes on all the time in our lives, year after year after year, and every year we have to get more and more present to it. I've got a quote I want to get. It says, Bill Gates, we always overestimate the change that will occur in the next 2 years and underestimate the change that will occur in the next 10. Don't let yourself be lulled into inaction. Now, let me see. We've got somebody on the phone here.
We've got Mario.
Mario, yeah. So, Mario, what do you got, my friend?
Hey, Clay, Susan, how are you guys?
Good.
Doing
Thanks.
great. Nice to hear from you again.
Same here, friend. Same here. I had an opportunity to visit with Clay and Susan and their son with my family down in Santa Barbara in a beautiful part of the world they were, and had dinner with them, and it was just a really wonderful experience, and we still talk about it.
Yeah, it's cool. I enjoyed it also. So what's on your mind, sir?
Well, talking about change, the last comment you made about not necessarily being afraid of it. A couple of comments. My wife had been planning on and off for a couple of years to take an East Coast tour.
Yeah.
We're over here on the West Coast, and finally the kids encouraged her. She was a little nervous about it, but they're on the road right now as we speak. 17 days on the road.
Wow.
From New York and Gettysburg and Boston and Chicago and D.C. and the Great Lakes and a wide variety. I talked to her on the phone, and all she does was giggle.
Cool.
That's all in the world she's doing, and having a great time.
But, Mario, aren't you sitting someplace with your feet up on a desk? Excuse me, but this is a show about change. You want to tell me the truth why she's happy?
Well, she's away from you have to worry about feeding the chickens or...
Oh, yeah. Got there, yeah. Or
feeding those things, but...
Or feeding the husband.
Or feeding the husband,
yeah.
Absolutely, probably true.
Yeah.
But she's had a good time at it, and it kind of reflects on maybe the decisions that there are some certain amount of change that might be in my personal life here.
Yeah.
When a guy gets the tender age of about 59, not necessarily as ancient as you, but there could be sometimes the opportunities for change, like employment, Clay.
Yeah.
Of doing something different, or who knows, maybe not necessarily a relocation, but something different, and it's enticing.
Yeah.
Say, wow, somebody would really want me to end up doing this, but it's scary all at the same time. It's somebody at my age. Comments and thoughts about that?
Yeah, well, that's very good. I mean, it's 63. That's me. My age is 63. I'm looking at it all the time. I've been very successful. I'm happy doing what I'm doing. But the truth is, I want to do something different. I want to go feel that. I want to go see what that's like. I want to go speak that. I want to go and be up on stage over here. Or I want to write this book. Or I want to, quite frankly, do nothing. and there's all kinds of things. And what's driving us as we get older is just that. I'm getting older. If I'm going to make a change, I better hurry up and do it. Or I'm either not going to have the health or somebody else's health is going to be the cause of not being able to go do something because of the integrity of my relationship with them says I got to be there with them when they're not doing well.
Right.
Or I don't have the money or whatever. But it sounds to me like you're doing just great. I mean, your wife is being taught by her kids or by your children to go out there and take those chances and do those dances and have fun with things out there and actually see life and everything else. And I think what's cool, what I'm hearing from you is it's absolutely okay for them to take her and you to be where you are, and then you're going to go be with them, I suppose.
Right.
And then so there's it's kind of like the family plan, if you will. See, most people deal with change very silently, very quietly, in their rearview mirror, in their pickup truck on the way to work, or when they're soaping up in the shower, they think about change and, oh, God, I don't know if I can do it, so on and so forth. But if you'll put together a family meeting that says, I got to tell you, I'm 59 years old. I'm doing this now, but what I really want to go try is how could we get this done and have the family come together and support you and give you the freedom of the time and the help to go make that, decision that you want to make come true. So it's all about a family plan. It's all about you being able to speak what you want. And it's all about you actually committing to get her done, if you know what I mean.
Right. Very good.
Got it?
Very good.
Way cool. Well, thanks, Mario. Thanks for calling in, my friend.
Okay, thanks.
God bless.
Susan, talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so that was a great question. It's all about getting really straight around, heck, what's going on in my life? What do I want? And what's beyond have to? What's beyond having to go to work? I mean, you may have to go to work. Yep, that's true. But you don't have to be down and overburdened and negative about having to go to work. You can get up in the morning and just go, wow, thank you, I'm alive. My feet are on the floor. I can stand up. My parts still work.
Hey, Clay, we have someone else on the line
Oh,
who's
great.
ready to change. We have Don.
Don, hi.
Wow.
Hello, Clay. Hello, Susan.
Hey,
Hi,
Don,
Don.
how are you?
Very good. I'm calling from the swampland of Texas.
There you go. So your change is you learned to swim a lot.
Absolutely, or own a boat.
Yeah.
One or the other.
Yeah, what can I do for you, my friend?
As you know, I'm pretty much the maestro of change. Every time I fight against it, that's when change happens.
Oh, yeah.
And this year has just been one change after another. And what started out is I changed the direction of my business.
Yeah.
I started a new business, so
Yeah.
I'm actually operating two businesses. Have my daughter move back at home. She's age 21 and living back in the house with us.
Yeah.
And so those are big changes, but then the ultimate change of all came about 3 months ago, and I was told I would have to have major back surgery.
Uh-huh.
So on July 3rd, I had the surgery, and so in the last 4 weeks, what has happened is I can't drive my little red sports car.
Yeah.
I can't get out and do the things I want to do.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely bored.
Yeah.
However, I would give anything for a change right now.
Yeah. Well, the truth is you've got one. What you have to learn to do is to get happy because of it. Now, can you hear what you said? See, what's happened to you is that you've done a lot of changes that you were in charge of. Then your body said, okay, time to change this one, which caused other changes to come about. So the question here, Don, is who would you have to have fun and be happy with the changes that are before you? See, it's all about looking for what you've missed. Can you hear that? Because respectfully, I want you to re-listen what I'm going to say. You don't have a choice right now. you got to get happy with what you got. So the real question is, it sounds like you're managing the business from afar. Sounds like you can at least look at your red sports car. You don't have to drive it. You could sit in it with no keys.
Well, I'll let the lovely Mrs. Adams drive me around.
There you go. So you learn to be a chauffeur in your red sports car. All right. And then it's all about, let me see now, if I'm going to be, shall we say, somewhat debilitated for a while, wow, maybe, just maybe, I'm supposed to make some notes about where I'm going. Maybe I have to get committed to not knowing how. Maybe I have to get committed to writing the next plan. Maybe, just maybe I have to get committed to hugging my wife a little bit more because can't run away and go work anymore. You get it?
Yes, I do.
So it's a real dance, and there's opportunity in everything. It's all about your mindset. You know, you can either complain about life or create life. Which do you choose?
Well, absolutely. Choose creating life.
There you go. So that's where you are. Anything else, my friend?
No, that's it. No, wait a minute. There is one other thing. I want to thank you and Susan because without you two, I mean, there's no doubt you all have been a major factor in my controlling the change in my life and enjoying the change in my life.
Well, thank you very much, Don. All right, take
Thank
care
you,
of yourself.
Don.
All right,
And,
thank you.
Yeah, and get out there and raise heck, put some flames on your wheelchair.
You got it.
All right, dude, hang in there. Okay, we have to take a break now. Let me see. So the change is I have to change. I've got notes and I can't do what my notes say, and I've got all kinds of things I want to do, and there's people called in. I have to change, and and Susan, help.
You're doing just fine.
Oh yeah, so that's the way life is. So let me see. When we come back, and this time, when we come back, I'm going to talk to you some things about change. I'm going to talk to you about some of the things that my daughter has gone through, some of the things I'm going through, some of the things Susan is going. In fact, if we're lucky, we might even get Susan to talk about some of the change she's going through. Or not. Yeah. So again, you're listening.
Such an idealist.
Yeah, totally. You're listening to Clay. How? Oh, I wish I had my own show. Let me see. This is the Clay Nelson Life Balance Hour on KZSB AM 1290. When you get back here, we're going to talk about, some of the changes that are going on and what to do about it and how to have fun with change, like I was telling Don. So get on back here.